It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty.
Big D draft day, Pistons game, let's go.
There you go.
It does. These days, we got KG in the building, Chase Spencer here also. You don't get many days like this in this business where today and tomorrow writes itself.
It's as close to a Woodward Sports marathon as you're gonna get. Absolutely. We are your home for today, like all day.
Yeah.
Like here, Big D
Like
Energy.
every day.
Like every day, but really today.
Extra sauce today.
We have the regular lineup of shows. We will be downtown tonight at Buddy's Pizza.
6 p.m.
Broadcasting live, 6 p.m. Pistons watch party. Myself and Anson have the pregame show at 6. Then we have the Pistons watch party. NFL draft show. We start at 7:45. Myself, Sean Belesian, and Scott Bischoff will take picks 1 to 10 on that.
Hell of a lineup.
And all night long, it's Woodward Sports doing it better than anyone in this town. Okay, that being said, jump into the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe. Get in there. We're pushing towards 81,000 subs. Wouldn't be surprised if we got there today. We have a ton of stuff to get to. Spenny, I want to do this before we start.
Got it cooking.
Chat poll. Where do you guys want to go first? Draft or Pistons? Choose your own adventure. That's what we do here.
Can I pick the first subject before as the people are voting?
Yes.
What happened in court yesterday?
Okay.
You're
With that
here,
being said,
so
I'm
the
here.
first you take,
I'm a free man.
so
As
your
they
mouth can
say,
get you in trouble.
No, and more on that in a second. As they say on the streets, I beat the allegations. I beat the case, KG. Yeah. Let me set the scene for you. And I had somebody ask me about this on Twitter. I get into court yesterday. We all go into the courtroom. We all get called in there. I got charged with rolling through a stop sign. A 3-point offense, by the way, which is, has a very negative impact on your car insurance rates, all that stuff. The judge in the 42nd District Court, very
Shout
fine
out
man.
42.
Yeah, very fine man.
Robinson.
Calls me up and, this is the charge. What do you want to do? I said, well, let's go to the officer's recommendation. The officer was there. And officer said, I recommend impeding traffic. That was it. Turns out the judge is a very big Detroit Pistons fan.
Oh.
Like big Pistons fan.
Like big, like what? Is he going to be at the game tonight? Is he going to be
He didn't say, but
watching the
I would
watch
assume
party?
so.
If
He is
not,
like that big.
He's probably going to be watching the watch party.
That big.
Yeah.
So he asked me, he goes, what do you do for work? And I'm like, well, I'm a sports broadcaster. And he goes, I knew it. And I said, oh yeah? He said, I'm a big Pistons fan. And then that was that. And irrationally big Pistons fan, by the way.
I
So
called that shit.
he knew.
Shout out to him.
So shout out to him.
Big shout
and
out.
We beat the case, and we got it reduced to impeding traffic. He cut the fine as well. Took some juice off the fine there. So
Hold on, Neil. You leaving out the biggest part. He said,
and now here's the finishing line. And KG, I want you to listen to this.
The coup de grace.
He said, I have never gotten a celebrity in my courtroom before, except for Sada Baby.
wow.
Direct quote. I don't know if you can get the transcripts for it or not, but that was a direct line. I've never had a celebrity in my court before, except for Sada Baby. So KG, I go to you.
Neil's gonna get this
Number
man
one,
benched.
I beat the case.
You did.
Number two, I was lumped in with Sada Baby.
You were.
For beating the case. KG, this is all I have to get my black card.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sada Baby was in there on gun charges, and you right up there.
I was right up in there with them.
Yeah. Hey, listen. The delegation actually gave me a call about your performance in the courtroom, and they want to convene this week.
Wow.
So we have movement.
Yeah, we have movement, official movement. You might be closer to your card than ever.
Absolutely. John effing Lord, show us the video. I don't know if they have transcripts because it's an informal hearing. I didn't see like the lady typing.
Where's the court sketch?
Stenographer.
Yeah, it's the stenographer.
Right.
Thank you. That's the term I was looking for.
Where's the court sketch? There's got to be a drawing.
Right.
I think
Sketch in the
I think
eye.
CNN, Fox News, I think they all were running live, from there. DNC ENT and Neil's head grew 3 times the size that day. I should have screenshotted you this.
Yeah.
So I texted my wife to tell her, that what happened in court.
Because you were allowing her to know that the insurance.
That I beat the case.
Yeah,
no,
the case.
DMAC in the
Oh.
streets we say I
No,
beat the case.
no, did beat the
I
case.
thought you were talking to your
Confirmed.
wife. And you were,
Yeah, I
no.
beat the
They
allegation.
were
thought-
very proud of how you
I thought you
handled
switched
yourself.
back and went, hey, honey, the insurance ain't going up.
No, so Woodward Sports Danny G. Neil has court members in his back pocket.
No, it's good to be the president.
It's good to be the president.
Yeah.
You got that full experience.
I did. So I texted her, and to start, KG, I did say, "Hey, I beat the allegations."
You damn right.
And she was like, "What does that mean?"
Of course you did.
So I told her, I was like, and then I responded and I said, according to my conversations with KG, I don't know if this relationship's going to work by the end of the
Right.
weekend. We'll see. We'll see.
No, they're very proud of you. man.
Ja'Cory Cook, give Neil his buffs. See, now we're making
No,
KG, I think this moved the
This
needle.
is a big development. It is.
Sada baby, Neil Rule,
The black delegation
Neil
is
Rule,
proud of you.
Sada baby,
Yes.
the court system.
Pontiac. All these things that you've been working on are
It's
finally starting to come
accumulating.
to fruition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a finished product now.
Okay, they're convening this week.
An
I will-
emergency sesh.
Yes, they want to discuss it.
Okay.
I will get back to you.
So, big thank you to let me give my official statement. A big thank you to everybody that stood by me through these troubling times. I knew that in the end, justice would prevail, and I knew that with the strength of God, that all things were possible, and I just thank God for this working out the way that it did. And I want to give a big shout out to the American judicial system. It is the greatest country in the world.
Goddamn right.
It is the greatest system in the world.
Goddamn right.
Remember, we are all innocent until proven guilty.
Hell yeah.
And today I was found innocent, and the truth came out. So thank you again. Thank you to all the Woodward Sports viewers, all of your support also. We beat the allegations.
You did. You
All
beat
right.
the case. Don't be bigging up the justice system, though.
Yep.
You don't want to hurt your chances now.
That is true.
No, 100%. They said I need a pint and some buffs. Shad 216. You got to change
And a
your
black
name.
and mild.
You got to change your name to Neil Quavius Rule.
That's goated, bro. Neil Quavius. Neil Vante. He's shy.
Burn in the super chat. KG, Neil seems desperate for the card. Might need to review the case. It concerns me. Has Neil been invited to the cookout?
I think he's cookout worthy for sure at this point. So I don't think you would embarrass us at the cookout.
There you go.
You'd stand in the corner, you know your place. You
No,
know
that-
not to go crazy.
that-
Don't bring the potato salad with the raisins. You know.
Cody Engel, G-Mac Cash got to drop a Neil Rule song.
Hey,
you go.
Neil beat the case. He beat another case.
Oh, man. Okay, so that was it was a lot of fun, though. Woodward Sports chat poll in there. You guys are choosing the adventure. What is the first hour? 57% Pistons. You got about 5 more minutes to get through that. 613 Basin. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No, absolutely. Cody Engel can't wait for Neil's Netflix special. Okay, the keys to wisdom. Javi's power.
Yeah.
15 and 10. All right, yesterday, I was told the greatest catch in the history of baseball happened.
It might have been.
Javi Baez. I literally had somebody, DMAC, tell me. I have a screenshot if people need it, but at this point, I think
Verified.
my word is bond,
Yeah.
So I literally had somebody tell me that was a better catch than Willie Mays' catch in the World Series, DMAC.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's not.
Again, they probably weren't around and maybe they hadn't seen it.
You crossed a
So
bridge.
it wasn't Maz.
Neil,
We know it wasn't Maz.
can you
Maz was
acknowledge
out
that it
game.
was a great catch?
Was it great? It was a
was-
fine play. It was a fine play. He was waiting on the
What do
ball.
you give it
at
out
the
of
end.
10, Kenny?
I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
That's
Spenny?
7.5, 8.
was turned.
Yeah,
Whenever
I
you
give-
can
He
see
was
the
waiting
numbers,
on it.
That was a
give
triple
it-
wait.
He was
And
looking
Big
at the
Sports
ball.
Center.
Yep.
Let me find
He
it.
was not
Anybody watch
waiting on
Sports
it.
Center's top 10?
He was not waiting on it, Neil. We could get the play. He wasn't
Anyway.
waiting on it.
Let me
What
get
do
it.
people say? Give me your ranking if you
Give me a
saw
9.
it.
9 out of 10. He chased it down, bro. Back to the camera.
It's
a
not
tough
a
play.
natural center fielder,
He-
guys.
on
I
top
think
of that-
I think he gets some. In my book, he gets some bonus points for that.
Yeah.
So might be the second greatest catch. How about
Oh
the
my
one Jim Edmonds
That's
made?
fair.
one
That's
once?
fair. Second greatest catch ever.
In the history of
Tied
baseball,
with
right?
Jim Edmonds.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
In the history of baseball. Okay, fine. Fine catch. It was. Fine
Oh,
catch.
fine catch.
Big catch. They were, when they were up
Yes.
6-0. Big
That
catch.
was a
All right.
triple waiting
Kept
to
him in the
happen.
game, Neil. Kept him in the game.
That's right.
Yeah, kept it
Down
in
and
the
distance. We have an update too on Javi Watch then. Okay, fine catch. 0 for 3.
Yep.
1 strikeout. The slugging percentage right now for Javi Baez is down to 303. The OPS is 603.
And you can't wait for it to hit 5 so you can get your shit
Go-
off.
Oh,
Yeah, I just had to turn the volume off.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Chasing it down.
chasing it and smashes into the wall, right,
Damn
KG?
Look
right.
at that. The salute from his pitcher. Flicks the ball back in. Gives the point. Like, what are we doing? That's aura.
That is, man.
Okay,
He's played a damn good center field. He has. He
Chased it down, Neil.
Neil, they would much rather have him than Riley Green in center.
He was 2 steps away from going Bo Jackson up the wall, Neil.
Are we almost done with this
Stop
segment?
hating, man. It's
Hey, do you
okay.
understand
Just let it out your heart, dog.
when he gets out? The Tigers play today?
Tigers play
Neil
Tomorrow.
Stall him
Tomorrow?
out, dog. Stall him
You
out.
get, I'm liking my chances to get my card this weekend, aren't I? But no, when he gets out Friday night in his first at bat, his OPS will be below. It'll start with a 5 again.
And that's
But when
fine.
he hits that
But
home run that he's due for, it'll go up.
one
He is
thing
due.
that you can't say on the Neil Rule checklist, this year he's a positive defender.
Yep.
Pete Smith. Next thing you know, you'll be shopping
Right
at the
past
party store at Mack and Buick.
Yeah, right. Mac and V-Way. Oh, yeah. I can see you down there.
Yes.
Lower East Side, you know.
Yeah. So again, jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. We'll get into it all today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let me Unbroken. Neil has more credit in the hood than Black Santa. I
wouldn't
think
say all
that's
that.
aggressive.
I wouldn't say all that. But
Okay. The chat says Pistons.
they've
59% to 41%.
They have
We'll
spoken.
get into it when we come back then. Huge game tonight. Huge game. Let's roll. Buddy's Pizza. We'll be there tonight, as a matter of fact. Downtown Detroit, the location at Broadway. New York Nick Lucido has already RSVP'd.
There we
He'll
go.
be there.
Shout
He
out.
has 2, he informed me. He's got the Mellow Knicks jersey, and he's got the Danny Dimes Giants jersey.
Oh, my God.
So he'll be fluid
Doubling
with the
up.
times. But hey, the pizza's great there, as you guys know. If you want to do it for lunch, there's a promo code for you, 10 meal. You'll get 10% off your entire bill. Go to buddiespizza.com and order that today. The original Detroit-style pizza. I'm excited to be down there, man. One of the bigger day in Detroit sports in the last decade is today. It's awesome. We're going to be there at Buddy's. They invented Detroit-style pizza. Been in the game since 1946. Come on downtown with us. Hang out, watch the draft and the Pistons, and have a good time with Woodward Sports and Buddy's Pizza. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
D-Mac here to talk to you about Mad Packs. Mad Packs is the hottest new cannabis brand, and they are partnering with Woodward Sports. Mad Packs is going to take you to the next level, high-low, getting you high for the low, delivering high, top quality, top tier Cannabis at unbeatable prices. Boom shakalaka. Live resin infused tarantula. This one's the bomb. Blizzard packs, THCA, moon rocks that hit like a blizzard. Coming to select retailers in May 2025. Stay tuned, Woodward Sports Network, for all the latest updates.
All right, we're off and running. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, chat thread. Chat thread is electric. Robert Colosia, Neil is gaining his black card but losing his Puerto Rican card.
Yeah, I can't speak to that community.
Burn in the super chat. Javi wasn't terrible. He was just out of position his whole career. The rest of the team makes up for the offense.
That's true.
I didn't think about that. One is true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. Maybe we misdiagnosed his defensive position.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's looked good in center field.
He looked good at third, too.
25
even better in center,
looks
though.
good, man.
$25 million for a 500 OPS.
They're opting to use him instead of Riley Green in center. I'm just saying.
Ryan in the chat, Teflon rule. I beat the case.
He did.
If you missed it, you can rewind it. Salty Pork Chops, update on court. Rewind it. Go back to the beginning of the show, Salty Pork Chops. I did beat the allegations, though. I did. You did. Freddie Felt 313, Pistons by 10+ tonight. LCA will be on another planet. Also in the Woodward Sports, the keys to wisdom: go to Buddies so real Pistons fans can beat Easy's ass for taking the Knicks and the Packers. I can't speak to that.
Easy took the
He
Knicks.
did take the Knicks. We have a bet on it.
Come on
So did
down.
Chris.
Yeah, there you go. Come on down.
Chris took the Knicks.
Chris also took the Knicks.
No fucking way.
Yep.
Not Platty, bro.
He took
Is
the
he
Knicks.
gonna wear a Knicks jersey in the arena tonight?
Yeah, bro. He Pistons through and through.
Not in this series.
Get
No,
the
he's a
fuck
traitor.
out of here. I'm disappointed in you, Platty.
DNC ENT. All right, DNC. This is the official DNC ENT formula here. Pistons game should be over between 9:55 to 10:10. That's like the 18th, 19th, 20th pick in the draft. Since the 28th pick was made last year at 11:30 p.m.
Damn.
Pistons game gets over while we all get the Lions trade notice. More on that later in the draft. I got some good stuff for you
do.
guys.
This is a jam.
Really good draft intel from NFL GMs. So,
Plural, he said. He said GMs.
right.
Sources.
Sergeant Curtis Schultz. Wow, what happened? I missed it.
Sarge.
Sounds like you need a beer or a mixed drink. Curtis, I
Star Wars.
always need that.
Yeah.
I do. I always need that. All right. Just a fan, just like in Shawshank Redemption, Neil is free. D-Mac, tonight, Game 3. I will say this about the Detroit Pistons, and we don't remember this because it's been a minute since we've had a game of this magnitude. For those that didn't hear it yesterday, they're doing a fan fest down there. Bring the kids down there. Get down there early. I think it opens up at like 4:30,
Yep.
like in the outside the arena
Chevy
there.
Plaza,
I
yep.
may or may not be bringing a Knicks jersey for people to tear apart on camera.
Do that shit, please.
It's the Woodward will have a presence down there. So
Set
if you're
it on
bringing the
fire.
kids to the game, make a night of it, man. We've waited for this, moment. But D-Mac, and the Pistons have come out and said too, there's going to be something special in the intros. I'm getting goosebumps
This is
talking
prime
about it,
Mason.
man.
Prime Mason.
D-Mac, the buzz, the juice. Last year was you were talking about it during the break.
Yeah.
Last year was electric.
Because
It's
of the
as
draft,
electric this year.
It's as electric but different.
Yes.
You know, it reminds me of storylines of winning championships and parades and stuff like that. Like, we're going down to celebrate the city and do it right. This is everything. You know, and we haven't even talked about the game yet, but everything around it. And here's what we know.
I think
Here's what
this
we know.
is
We're
most
so
important thing.
ready. We've proven it through Tigers and Lions last year and whatever like this, and the appreciation that as a fan base that we have for this group of guys, right? For this team, we show like the fan base shows out and is going to be loud and behind these guys. And what I like too, the biggest thing is the nerves, or that we talked about yesterday for some of the younger guys in the biggest moment of playoff basketball. It's, you know, their first time. I expect tonight, just like I sort of had said last week, that Dennis Schrader was going to be an integral part, these veterans an integral part in
Yes.
moving ahead.
It's like you know about the playoffs.
Cade's going to be Cade, but now tonight, right, look for Sir Thompson and Holland Jr.
Okay.
Right? Look at the impact that they have, because now you've done it twice. Away. Now you're coming home and you're going to be able, what this fan base and you know how this team plays here. The X factor, I guess, is beef stew. And that's always going to be the case, but it's as elect because we're ready for it. This is what, we may be new money in certain things and we may have to learn how to act, right, in certain ways. But cheering and getting behind a team that works hard and is appreciated, that's what you're going to hear tonight. You're going to hear the appreciation for all the hard work that we've seen this team put in.
And D-Mac, you said this as soon as we found out it was Pistons-Knicks. It's interesting you bring up Ausar Thompson and Ron Holland. And here's why I think the Pistons are even more dangerous at home. Now, the only concern I have, the Pistons have not been an elite home team. I believe the records were the same, home and road, which is odd. For a team as young as the Pistons, for them to be as good as they were.
They're very good on the road.
Very good. Weirdly good. A break from expectation. Good on the road. With that being said, though, D-Mac, you brought this up, and I didn't really think about it that way, but it's absolutely 1,000% true. You lived it. Data suggests it. The Ausar Thompson and the Ron Holland thing. The Ron Holland thing, where that moment was so huge at Madison Square Garden, that gets reversed now. Because while you're running into the wind, while it's in your face when you're playing at MSG, with that moment being so big, now the wind is at your back. Yep. I.e., the 18,000 people that are going to be just going berserk in that place. And here's how I envision this playing out, D-Mac. When Holland comes into the game, do you think they'll give Holland? What do you think they'll deploy Holland defensively?
I think they'll deploy Holland defensively on the second guard. Unless Ausar is off the floor, then they'll put him on Brunson, but they're going to put him on the other guard. So whether that be Deuce McBride. If Deuce McBride is in the game and he's running point with Jalen Brunson off the floor, I think Ron Holland will be guarding him.
And Jalen will get his cracks at Brunson at some point.
Yeah,
for sure.
Of course.
And I think, D-Mac, when he comes in the game, if Brunson's out there and he does that Ron Holland stuff,
gets
where
a strip.
sprints his ass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
gets a
Brunson,
strip, draws a foul, draws an offensive foul.
Dude.
Listen,
I'm getting excited thinking about that.
Let's
a half court fast break dunk for Ron. Oh,
yeah.
Look at this and what you're just bringing up. I think that's part of the series because look at the two guys we're talking about, the youth, but the motors they both have. They both play 100% both ways as hard. You're sticking that, and I think they're both going to get Brunson because you're going to wear him down. Do you think by game 5, right, having to face these guys like Brunson, it's like playing a Marchand or playing a Rat in the playoffs, right? He's going to get you, but you're going to let him get you like games 1 or 2, which means draw a penalty on you, which means, like you're going to retaliate or do something if you're ever going to do it. But later on, you're going to hunker it down because you know his tactics and you know what you're going to do. And you've had the maturity and you have the veterans and the coach and the leadership around you that these are two guys you're talking about that you can deploy and give them these big boy assignments for limited amount of time that they perform at the highest level. That's the whole thing, right? It's how long do you do it and how do you keep the other ones off balance? That's the beauty. The motor's a beauty. What you just said is that if he does that Ron Holland Jr. stuff, right, which is effort, and they both do it.
With 18,000 behind him. And you know what I'm talking about? How he can move his feet.
Let me talk about that, right? Okay? One of the slower guys on the ice feels like he's fast. And I'm talking about me. Yeah. No, you feel that energy out there, and I'm sure they do too. And it also helps when things aren't going well.
Yeah.
Right? So
it's funny, D-Mac, looking at your face when you said that.
Yeah.
Because
Went back
I can always tell, like,
when I flip.
100%. I can tell when you were feeling it again.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the point, though. Like, that's a feeling I would imagine you never forget in your life. That's the impact that the crowd has.
Because I am very grateful and fortunate that I'm one of very, very, very few to ever get that feeling.
Yes.
And it's in the exhilaration and the feeling of it's energies and vibrations and frequencies, but all of it together. I mean, it's so powerful with the way that the human being and the human connection is. And you don't realize it till you get older, and maybe you're having these conversations.
And you know you're never going to get it again.
And reflect back. You know, you get it you get it in small points, right? You get it in small points when you make a birdie putt.
Yes.
You get that little jolt of like,
I'm good again.
Yeah.
Right.
For me, it's execution, right?
Yeah.
You executed. So there's those exhilarating, and when you can share that, because that's what it is. You're all tapping into the same energy core.
Justin Galena, with all these contracts Alliance have been giving, we have to draft well this year and next just to be able to have any quality depth, because we're not going to be able to pay for depth down the road. Justin, in the second hour, we're going to do that. I'll get into the Kirby thing. I'll get into the draft thing.
Yeah, okay.
I had a conversation with my NFL Writers Association writer friend.
Your NFL insider.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on my way here, as a matter of fact, there's some good stuff in there.
And
so make sure you stay with it.
He's right. We got to draft well with these contracts they're giving out. Good thing we got Brad Holmes.
Absolutely. How about this from Stephen David? Because they're going to do the final countdown Bad Boys intro,
on,
right,
man.
Spenny?
You know it.
Like, they're going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Prime Mason tonight.
Steve's walking out with the sledgehammer for sure.
No doubt.
Bring the gong back. We might get the gong.
Stephen David.
The flames are going to be huge. Oh, man.
Listen to this,
goosebumps,
man.
Dude.
Final countdown is going to make me cry.
No, for real.
Like, guys.
It's been so long.
That's why I'm telling you, like, this one here tonight, I'll almost say this. Because I do think Asar and Ron Holland are vital components today. Because we haven't, all in all, we haven't seen them, right? Like,
Yeah.
in their role, like in their typical
Right,
role,
right.
what they did during the season to make the Pistons a good team.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it yet in this series. D-Mac said it a week and a half ago. The young guys, they look like deer in headlights on the road, but when they get back home, it changes.
Well, it was only that first playoff experience and being in Madison Square Garden. So you got dropped. The nuke got dropped on you real soon. And if you want to look to the why of some ineptitudes there, give them that, because now they're coming home 1-1. They still are part of the victory, so they get to play off that, and I think they'll be focused.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Zaire Lewis, J-Mo's coming to the game tonight. I saw all the Lions and all the Tigers are pulling up.
Yeah.
Like,
This is real.
It's going to be
Tigers
crazy.
got an off day today, a little sneaky off day.
Place is going to be electric.
This is perfect, man.
No doubt. Jan, they're all young. They don't know better than to trash talk each other and then get mad. They haven't grown up. And Jan, that's good. That's the flip side of the coin, right? Like, how do you stay in your shoes with that kind of energy when you don't know any better?
Right.
And
right,
that's
right.
going to be the key.
But-
and Ron Holland, like he plays emotional.
He does. But JB, I have him ready. Like, best believe that.
Yes.
You got the advantages. You're at home. Like, you did the hard part. We all know the playoffs is about how many games can you win on the road. You really you dominated to a degree in game 1 and just let it slip. In game 2, you corrected that. Now you got all the momentum, 2 games here in front of an electric, starved Detroit crowd. You got everything in front of you.
And if you win this game tonight,
Oh man.
you have them on the ropes.
Oh man.
And then Sunday will be your chance to get the knockdown. That's what it is. Because remember, when you're the lower seed, if they take both games, it's 3-1.
Yeah.
But you only get one crack at them at home.
And Neil, I like the Ron Holland stuff. I like the Asar Thompson stuff. I think that's definitely going to play a factor in Game 4. Game 3, Threesley Michael Bees going to go out there. He's going to drop some bombs on the Knicks. I'm talking some bombs. He said, "Oh, you think Peyton Pritchard's the fucking 6th man of the year, bud? Oh, Beasley's going to go off. That place is going to be rocking. It's going to be a shimmy night.
fest.
And I can't wait.
Shimmy
dude.
fest.
Oh, man. Malik Beasley, 5+3s. Lock it in.
Let's go.
I'm not mad at it.
All right,
man.
let's take the break. Everybody just calm down a little bit, all right? Tell them about Lady Jane's.
Absolutely. Lady Jane's, they take the chore out of getting a haircut that the fine stylists give you. Maybe a hot leather neck shave, a salad face treatment, whatever. Spenny, what's your favorite?
The scalp massage.
Scalp massage. Get it all here. You know what? Any of the fine stylists all over the place. Find one near you.
Very
Lady
fine.
Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
If you're looking to buy or sell your first home, Mark White should be your choice. He can save up to $5,000 on your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Visit him at markwhitesales.com or give him a call at 248-290-8242. Mark White can get you in your dream home today.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty here in the house. KG, Chase, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. If you'd be so kind to click the like button, that would be pretty
Might
dope.
as well.
You may as well. We're going to get to the NFL draft, everybody. Lions exclusive second hour. Lions draft exclusive second hour. But we are talking about the Pistons tonight, and it's more that this is one of those rare occasions, and it won't be this way the next game. Sunday at 1 o'clock. Sunday at 1 o'clock, Spenny, right?
Yep.
Morning drinking for Spenny.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting down second best at like 11.
Yep. So just remember that. You won't get this chance again.
Yeah.
It won't be the same Sunday. Tonight's more than a game. Tonight's about a franchise. One of the better, and I know people have forgotten this, and some of the young bucks that are in, the Anakins and everything that are in the chat.
Educate them.
This is one of the premier franchises in the National Basketball Association.
Believe it or not.
There are not many franchises that have won back-to-back championships, that have won championships in different decades, that have won championships the way the Pistons have won championships. There are not many franchises like the Detroit Pistons. A handful.
Still top 10 in championship.
In this league, look at all the teams, the Pacers of the world. I'll say the Knicks of the world. Yes, I'll put the Knicks on that. Because what? By the way, Knicks fans, and you saw them on Twitter talking about LCA is cute and stuff like that. Man. Knicks fans, what have the Knicks done? For real, what have they done? Like the Spike Lee stuff, the Madison Square Garden stuff. What have you done since, I don't know, the 80s?
The Garden hasn't been in the Garden for a long time. I'll say
like,
that.
What is this love affair with the Knicks, man? For real, what is it based on? It ain't based on winning. They don't win. And look at this team. What do you think this Knicks team is going to do? The guy that was the cornerstone of the move you made to put you, quote, over the top, didn't have a field goal attempt in Game 4.
Aren't the Knicks the Cowboys?
The New York Knicks are the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. I always hear about it. I never see it. I've certainly never seen it in the high-definition TV era. The only, you know what I know the Knicks for? One of the most colossal gag performances in Game 7 of the NBA championship history with John Starks. Brick, 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 brick. Just keep shooting. That's what I remember, losing to the Rockets. Like, what are we talking about, man? Who are they? You think the Pistons are supposed to be scared of the Knicks based on what? A flopper and a guy that's your superstar that didn't attempt a field goal in the fourth quarter of a playoff game?
Soft.
And we'll all see tonight, won't we?
Oh, yeah.
Here's one for you. Doc Turo. Remember Linsanity?
Linsanity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Linsanity.
That was a crazy 2 weeks.
The Knicks are back.
It was a crazy 2 weeks.
That shit was awesome.
That was a great time.
D-Mac, you're absolutely right, man. They are the Dallas Cowboys.
Or as Hurricane says, or not even the Cowboys, but they look more like and act more like the Cowboys than any other team.
Right. Like, it is, man.
They're the ultimate, I was told. Aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I'm told all the time.
Right?
Mike O. Hey, Neil, remember the 73 Knicks, Walt and Earl the Pearl? No, Mike O.
Right.
I don't recall that.
Maz does. He covered
Maz
it.
was
Yeah.
there.
Maz was there. It
Maz
was his
covered
35th year covering the league at that point.
I remember watching highlights because wasn't that Bernard King coming out with the hobbles, with the knee
Right.
braces?
They were still wearing Chucks back
Yeah.
then.
Knicks haven't done anything
Wearing
since the
Chucks like
70s,
basketball's
dude.
diabolical.
It's man.
Patrick Ewing. They tried to fix the lottery for the Knicks. They still sucked.
Yeah. No lies detected, Neil.
No, like I'm tired of hearing about it, man. For real. Like it is quickly as a kid born and raised here that would listen to the games on the radio when I was a kid when I was supposed to be asleep in my room. This is getting more and more personal by the minute today. For me.
Okay.
Like for me. Because I'm tired of hearing a Knicks analyst say LCA is cute. That's cute. I don't know if we have the clip or
Yeah, I
not.
can grab that.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was.
It was some girl from CBS Sports of all people.
Yeah,
Come on.
like that's my point, dude. So you know what then?
We'll show you cute.
100%.
That's
Because it
it.
didn't look cute the other night, did it?
right.
No, we're gonna go out, keep telling our boys that
Right.
all
And
this
for
other
three quarters
stuff.
in game one,
It's
it
a
didn't
good
look
thing.
like that.
We can get all upset about it or whatever. They've been task at hand and
got it.
mission. They're on mission. They're on point. Now if they clean it up a little bit, because here's the thing. What's the one thing, and we haven't really talked about, you mentioned yesterday, but Cade being Cade, right? Like playoff Cade, which is he's got to step up another level, and we watched him do it.
No doubt. Here it is. Spenny, you said you had it?
Yep.
Here's New York fans in the media.
I'm not worried about going to Detroit, though, and getting a win. You took one from us in the Garden. We're going to take one from you in what, Little Caesars Arena? That's cute.
She's fat
no.
as hell, not gonna lie.
Man, she a fake ass Malika
glad I didn't
Andrews
say
with a
what I-
Madison
aggressive-ass
Square.
eyebrow.
You know what's cute? Madison Square Garden's cute, isn't it?
Right.
Tell me the last championship that's rolled through there. Tell me the last big win that the Knicks had. Do you remember it? Because all I remember
she
is
wasn't even born yet.
is Knicks losses. That's all I remember. John Starks, he was cute. Like I'm getting tired of this whole New York
Right.
thing. And it's permeating the media everywhere. It's always, what's wrong with the Knicks? What are the Knicks doing? The Knicks need more calls. Like, D-Mac, I've had enough, man, for real.
Oh, girl, like a fucking
Enough.
angry bird.
It's always this way. It's especially look at
No,
the
but it's
base-
extra this time.
Look at the baseball. This is the way we don't. You see it because it's amplified because it's right in your face right now, right? But this is always the noise that's going on over there in New York City, right? From media, from whatever else. Now they just brought their little parade into our world. So now it's like, get that shit out of my face,
Yeah.
bro. Hey, Kenny, I think he's even more got his card because fucking Neil's getting.
Yeah,
getting
you got-
upset.
no, like,
Get off
by the second,
get
like,
off
I'm getting more worked
He's not
up
get
about
off
it.
my lawn. He's get out of my.
Get out of the building.
Get out of
Yes.
the building.
Yep. Check in.
We're gonna. But Neil,
Get out of my city.
Isn't it like this though? You come into my city. Let me show you what my city is, and then you can run home with your tail between your legs.
Right.
Come on in. Boy's gonna serve you up something.
I'm ready for tonight.
That's cute.
I'll have the pregame show at 6 o'clock with Anson right here on Woodward Sports.
Yeah, right.
Tap in.
Got some juice.
I've had enough, man. Like,
You're
for real.
fired.
You should
yeah.
give us
For real.
You
You're
should
gonna
give
get
us a get right.
fired
Put a
up,
get
Neil.
right on
This
it.
ain't Tone. He said when I switch, when I go back, he's
I'm not giving out a get right because it's not business. It's personal.
Okay.
and we don't
Alright.
do that around here.
No.
All right.
That's
We don't-
Ermanni and Edwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
You get that. So you get that somewhere else. Interesting reactions. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
AC. All right, I'll do one. AC. She's got a forehead like Rip though.
No, for real.
All
Like,
pretty women have big foreheads.
she got some fucking nerve.
Eddie's 411. Walt Clyde Frazier still wearing suits from the Knicks NBA championship days.
Thanks, dude.
His Just for Men commercial was more popular than that fucking championship they won.
I can't wait for the Pistons to fucking win tonight.
Dude, that just tells you how long
Knicks
it's been
fans are
since
gonna
they
lose their
won,
minds.
what kind of commercials he's doing.
Yeah. Big facts.
Right?
All right.
He's doing gray.
You're right.
Get your hair colored because it's been so long. So nobody? Okay. Sorry, Chase. I thought I'd get a chuckle out of you at least.
All right, let's
I was
take
trying,
a break.
Just workshopping.
Right.
Michael DeVries in the super chat. Use the song "Hello 8s" as the intro song tonight. They won't think LCA is cute anymore. I think they're going back to the bad boy days. And look, I'll say this too.
Or T Grizzly comes out performing
Well,
first day out.
Oh shit! Don't do that.
Live performance.
comes out with me out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I know they prayed on my downfall.
Very electric.
Hold on, 10. You stood tall.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I may or may not be there at the pregame show. We'll see. I may have a stop at LCA.
What if Eminem performs Lose Yourself live?
That'd be nuts.
Man, I can't wait for it. All right, Feldman Chevrolet, Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. Far better than any Chevy dealership in New York. That's fact. I'll stand on that. #1 in the nation EV sales. Again, #1 in Michigan as well. They got great lease deals on the Silverado, the Equinox, all of it. And here's the best part. You can scan the QR code on the screen above my head. Take a look at all the available inventory. You can even start the buying or leasing process from your phone. Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
Throw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
You already know Loom Cannabis Company, but did you know they got all the brands you love now for less?
What?
With unbeatable prices, a wider selection, and the best loyalty program out there. Loom is a premier destination for new and experienced shoppers alike. Experience Michigan's #1 recreational dispensary at one of their 38 locations. Use code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order, online or in store. Go to www.loom.com today.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy. Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule.
Man.
Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge. All of you in the chat also. And remember, we are your home for the entire day of Thursday. We have a regular lineup. We got the Pistons pregame show at 6 live from Buddy's Pizza on Broadway downtown. We have the Pistons watch party live from Buddy's Pizza downtown. 7:45, the NFL draft show, also live from Buddy's Pizza downtown. There are a lot of media entities around town that are trying to step into the space that we're in. I don't see them doing 2 different shows from the same location all downtown. They can try as they might. They not like us, all right?
Barely
So
wanna do one.
right. I'm salty. K gonna drop 30 and 15 tonight.
Don't put it past them.
Steve Wilds, can we talk draft or is it continuation of how you hate New York? Steve Wilds, where were you? We're gonna do draft the whole second hour. I put it to the people. 60% of the people wanted to do the Pistons. So here we are. Steve.
Fucking Steve.
Thanks for your contributions. Steve.
Steven.
Just a fan. It looks like a long night for the WSM boys. Can confirm, right, Spenny?
Oh yeah.
We've been prepping for this
I
day
can't
all week.
wait.
Lentz has already got 3 fingers taped.
Oh yeah.
DNC ENT. Bro, I'm real life going to cry tonight. I haven't cried in almost 2 years since my brother died. I've been getting watery-eyed all morning. I literally sat and watched 75 games of a 14-win season. That's what I'm talking about.
Big facts.
Like, and that's what's kind of sweeping into me tonight. You know, like it didn't even hit. Like it hit, but it didn't hit. But tonight's the move. The game's a pick 'em. This is it. Like, this is the NBA playoffs. There are no excuses. They're going to call the game the way they call the game. You got to adjust to it, and you got to find a way to win. That's it. That's all. But DNC ENT, and I know this from the last couple of years, you talk Pistons, he would talk Pistons. Now, you couldn't talk Pistons because no one wanted to talk Pistons because that's the way that it worked. Now, 60% of an audience on NFL draft day. If that doesn't hit you, then you're not capable of taking it in.
It's different.
I'll be honest with you guys, I was stunned at the chat poll. I thought it was going to be NFL draft 70-30.
You shouldn't be by now.
I thought that's what it would be. Art Vandalay, I'll cry if I can find an Old Forester 10-year at State Min. I would cry too because I'll split it with you.
Yeah, no, this is a statement tonight.
Yeah.
You get to make your imprint on the NBA.
Shad 216, Neil Queese is going to be courtside after beating a case.
Neil Queese.
I love that.
Is it going to be in the stipulations for my card? I have to do a legal name change?
Name change, yes. Neil Rule just saying.
No.
Yeah, you got to have a nickname or something.
Neil Quavius.
I put a capital Q on Queese.
Yeah, they'll come up with
apostrophe.
They'll come up with a nickname for you.
Okay.
You don't have to change your actual name. But
yeah,
we'll get
Neil
Queese.
Yeah, is that what is it called?
What apostrophe?
The apostrophe. Yeah. Neil Queese, Neil Tavius.
Yeah, it's got to be like Eastside Neil or something. Like we'll come up with something like.
All right, we got it.
Right, 28 Mile Neil or some shit.
Dexter James, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? I can feel it all the way in my plums.
That'll never not be funny.
Yes.
You feeling it, then?
I love the little Butley laugh we get out of you sometimes.
Unbroken. Can't wait for another.
It's a good day, Chase. I'm trying to keep you.
Unbroken. Can't wait for another Braylon Edwards meltdown to leave the show after another Iowa pick. LOL. I think we're safe from the Iowa pick.
Is there any Iowa guys?
Right, we're safe. There can't be, right? They were buns last year.
Yeah, no.
There can't be, right?
The run of nicknames for you is ridiculous right now.
Yes.
Holy shit. Neil Queesha.
Neil Queesha's good.
Drop it in there. KG, are you writing these down to present to the delegation?
I'm taking some stuff. Neil the Thrill. Okay.
WTP Neil.
Yeah.
Washington Township Neil.
Yeah.
Dub T. All right. We can work with it.
Big Wash. Okay.
Stephen David, is the Chevy Plaza going to be packed tonight? D-Mac, there's going to be a crowd out there.
Oh yeah. I think it'll be.
That's what they made it for.
What's the belly buttons?
No, I don't. I just
took them.
It's a nice night. Look, it's a beautiful day. People it's been crappy
it's gonna be like 80 degrees
People
out.
looking to go downtown.
Right.
There'll be so many people there. They're not necessarily.
They the only ticket
in.
in town. Tigers got off day. They the only ticket.
Doesn't
in town.
everybody want to see how it operates for a playoff game?
Yeah.
I do.
It's about damn time.
Chance Lax, Sada Neal. What do we think? Come on.
Sada Neal.
I mean, we both beat the case in the same court.
Y'all did.
FMB Neal.
Yeah.
FMB Neal.
Yeah, only KG's getting that one.
FMB Neal. Oh, I fuck with that.
But yeah, so I can't wait. We haven't even talked about Cade Cunningham. What if he does drop the 40?
Oh shit! Stop it, man.
I'll cream my shorts.
Can you handle that,
No,
Spenny?
I don't think I'll be
He
able
hasn't
to
dropped the 40 burger since that Mavs game at the end of the regular season.
Watching the shit he did in
He's
game
not gonna
2,
need
I
to.
was fucking getting
Beasley's going to be on. The boys around him are going to be on. He's not going to need to. He doesn't have to pull out the cape.
No.
Like last game was, would you say last game was like as cape where it almost came out
Yeah.
fully to, whatever. No, he doesn't have to, Neil. You brought that up. That what we're seeing, it's what you saw back in college, is the way that he makes everybody around
What's the
him.
game flow?
What
He's still
the,
gonna-
and
he's
if
still
it,
gonna get
what is
30
it?
plus.
What is it called
30
for?
plus guaranteed.
But
though.
dude, if he'd rather, like, I bet you if you asked him, right, like, unless he's driving and stuff like that, he'd rather draw doubles and kick it out for a 3.
No, he would.
That his shooters
He just
are
wants
shooting.
to win.
Yeah.
Just wants to win, Spenny.
But just based on the environment tonight, 30
What is
plus
the best
easily.
course of action for us to win? How am I involved? Like, it's
triple-double.
almost like I know I'm involved because I am
Not
the
mad at it.
catalyst of this thing, but is it 20% here, 80% here, 50? It all depends on the guys around him. And what we've seen is he's got shooters around him. He's got finishers around
Shooters
him.
on
He's
deck,
got
KG.
dogs.
Big
Right,
shooters.
dude.
Yep.
All the stuff you've been talking about. What if Kate always had? Well, guess what? And still, right? Look who's missing.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Shad216. Neil Kwan, Mr. Drop 'em off.
Yeah, right. Mr. Drop.
Oh, I like that.
And this one's good too. Jason Ricci, Darnell Washington. That works.
That does work.
That is.
I'm
Dog, they on
That
fire.
is-
I like
good.
that's actually my favorite. Darnell Washington.
Darnell.
That,
We'll
'cause
present
that
that.
one,
We'll present
that
that.
one,
That one hits.
Yeah.
Darnell Washington.
I love it. D-Mac, the reason I bring that up, and you Kobe to my shack here. You absolutely did. Because this series is going to go 6, right?
Oh yeah.
At a minimum.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe
Could go
5.
Could go
Pistons at
See,
5.
here's the thing. It could go 5 because what we were talking about with look at what's going on there, right? Just stoke their fire. And what do I mean? Their coach, Thibodeau, and the players.
It could break them. 3-1 Pistons could break them.
No,
right.
absolutely.
It could.
It's you already see the cracks because what is Thibodeau doing? He's beating guys down. I said it yesterday. He reminds me a lot of Babcock. You know, like the way overusing guys aren't liking it, and that could turn dissension when things don't go well. You're down. You win these 2 at home and go up 3-1. Right? Guys don't want to come back on the road to play in the atmosphere that they're going to experience for the 2 games they lost.
But the point of the story is
Subconsciously.
In
In
a series, D-Mac, there's always a role player game. Always. And it's usually on the home floor of the team that gets the role player game. Did we not see it for the Knicks?
Yeah.
In game 1?
Yeah, that fluke-ass campaign.
Campaign
fourth quarter,
saved their ass.
He did.
And what did he do in game 2?
0,
Didn't hit.
zilch, nada.
0.0.
That reminds me of the 60, shoot a 61 or 62, and then come back out and shoot 72.
Hurricane, Danelius Rule Breaker, Cass Tech University.
Danelius Rule Breaker.
Somebody wants it as a top 5 Neil names for his black card. We may have to institute an emergency.
No, for real. The delegation
Hey,
might request
after the
that.
weekend, you let me know.
I got you.
Okay, you let me know
They
after
might
the
request
weekend.
that, to be honest.
Steve DeYoung, I think this is more. This would probably be more if I were Would it stun you guys if after beating the case that I dropped my album on Monday?
You should. You
'Cause-
should have followed up right out of court.
I should have had it walking out
Yeah.
for all the cameras.
You should have.
Steve DeYoung, Easy EV.
Easy
A rap
EV?
name.
No, that was fire. That's a good one. Easy EV.
There's always a role player game. And I'm just saying that's the vibe I'm getting tonight.
So
this
what-
is this, and it's not even Beasley. Like,
Yeah,
because
I was
I
about to
consider
say, wouldn't
Beasley
that
a
play
main
into what
player.
Spinny saying?
It's the Holland Assar game.
Got it.
It's the Holland Assar game, and Holland I think is going to play 15-ish minutes.
They say he only had 5 last game.
Yeah, I think you're going to see him because he's going to come in, and I'm going to tell you, here's the biggest pop I
Piss some
expect.
people off.
Well, here's and that's it, Spenny. And I think when the crowd's going to pop the biggest tonight, it's probably later in the first quarter, early in the second. He's going to do that thing where he picks Brunson up at like 94 feet and just stays in his ass.
Yeah.
You know,
Awesome.
and the crowd's going to react.
Oh, yeah, they love that.
They love, he's
that
going
dog
to
him
be in
down
his
the-
grill.
Yep.
And he's going to let him know. And he might get a foul called on him.
Yeah.
And he's going to step back and he's going to
We'll
hit
take
the
that
clap.
foul. We'll take that
And
foul.
the
You gotta let
crowd
the meat slap meat.
and the crowd is going to lose it. Watch for that, man. That's what I think. Ray H, nobody talking about Schroeder. I think Schroeder's a given, like what his role is.
Yeah.
Now, I don't expect 20 points from him, but I do. I think this is a Holland a SAR game where, and it's not going to be 35 points between the two of them. It's going to be a Detroit-style thing.
Yeah.
You'll know it when you see it.
A lot of defense.
All right.
Sort of like buddies, where we're going. The square dish. They're going to give them the old original tonight.
I can't wait for that, too.
You know what, KG? The vibes aren't there for the offseason thing. I'm pushing it.
Okay.
I'm pushing it into next week.
I got you.
I got a path for the Pistons in the offseason to come up with somebody, and you guys might not like it, but when I explain it, I'm going to make a case for it. That's next week. That's
this
not
guy
today.
coming. So everyone is coming.
That's not today. So, all right, draft talk. When we come back, Steve, are you happy? We're doing it, Steve. I did the Planet Fitness this morning. Now, I'm not going to lie. I ran outside today.
Why not? It's going to be 81.
It was a nice day. It was a change of pace. You know what I'm saying? Now, usually I'm big on running on the treadmill at Planet Fitness, but for once, it wasn't negative 20 degrees outside. So I ran outside. But guess where I ran outside? In a 3-mile circle around Planet Fitness, and then went back in there to stretch it out. That's how we did it today at Planet Fitness. It's all there for you at Planet Fitness. Again, $24.99 a month for a black card option. Get you access to all the Planet Fitnesses in the world, all the amenities, everything. Get you drink discounts, all of it. Guys, I'm telling you, I've been there over 3 years. I'll never be a member at another gym. It will always be Planet Fitness. Again, planetfitness.com or just pull in the parking lot. Planet Fitness, don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Let's Stand for Buick GMC has great offers for everyone. Get a 2025 Envision Preferred all-wheel drive for only $259 per month, or try out the 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation for only $169 per month. Don't forget about the 2025 Hummer EV SUV for $699 per month. Get to Let's Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Let's Stanford Buick GMC, letsstanford.com.
All right, pulling up hour number 2, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge as well. People asking in the chat, have we heard any update on Isaiah Stewart? He's going to be game time, right?
Yeah.
That's questionable. Most likely.
Yeah.
Questionable is what he was listed as.
I don't expect them to go. I think they got enough defense from Tobias, B-Ball, Paul, and Duran to survive.
Just a fan. Neil, did you run outside because you were running from the cops? No, I beat the allegations. I'm a free man.
Yeah, he is.
I don't need to look over my shoulder anymore. I'm tired of that life.
You good.
But yeah, for those just joining us here for hour number 2, Woodward Sports, your home for everything tonight. We have the regular shows. We have the Pistons pregame show at 6 p.m. We're live at Buddy's Pizza, downtown Detroit, off of Broadway. We'll have the Pistons watch party when they tip off. We'll have the NFL draft show starting at 7:45. All running at the same time. My understanding was we're going to do some kind of cool cut-ins with both.
Yeah, it's going to be some crossovers.
Some crossovers so you can see both. We're doing it all. And I love it. No one else in Detroit sports media is doing this, what we're going to pull off today. Nobody. They're too late to the party. Smash the numbers. Neil has established his aura, much like that college basketball manager with the boombox. If the Pistons lose and the Lions picks bust today, it's all on Neil Rule.
Shout out McNeese.
I'll stand up to it.
Yeah. Shout out to Amir Khan.
Amir Khan's transferring.
Really?
To NC State.
Yeah, he's going with the coach.
Yeah,
wow.
with Will Wade going to NC State. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, it's good PR, man.
Gromit, you'd have more street cred if they put the ankle monitor on you. No, man, I beat all those.
You would. The ankle monitor hit a little different, but you
But I
good.
beat the case up so bad, there is no ankle monitor.
No, you good. You did your job.
Free bird, man. All right, D-Mac. The draft. I want to get into this. I had a conversation this morning. I've talked to you guys before. I talked to my friend who is an NFL Writers Association of Pro Football Writers Association of America member. Mm-hmm. He's working on a piece for a very well-known publication right now. He spoke to 4 NFL GMs between last night and this morning. My conversation with him went like this. He called me. I didn't call him. He's like, I've talked to 4 NFL GMs. I'm working on a piece about the draft. I figure this information might be useful for you when you do your draft stuff tonight for Woodward Sports. I said, okay, do tell. The consensus he got from the NFL GMs that he talked to, I'm not reporting this. It's not my story. But I trust the source that it comes from. So you guys, look, if you're watching this around Allen Park or whatever, I'm not reporting this as journalism, so don't treat it as such.
Right.
I'm just telling you a conversation that I had that I think is very interesting, and I have not heard from anybody else. The GMs he spoke to this morning, his conversation suggests that the Detroit Lions are very much invested at interior offensive line.
Which is how I broke it down and which makes sense to how it's aging and how they use it. So Spenny said, agreed at versatility, right?
Yeah.
Which is good. But I think if the guy that they want is there, I think he might be available at that position at that spot if they choose to pick a 28.
Is there any particular names?
Yeah. I mean, and look, like, you guys know that when you're talking interior offensive line,
mm-hmm.
you basically know where that sits.
Right.
Right? I mean, we know the names that are going to be up there. And it's interesting to me because I'd be curious to see how they have them ranked within the organization.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because what it sounds like the Lions would do is something that wouldn't surprise us, right? Gray Zabel is one of the names, the interior guy from North Dakota State. And the reason is that I was told the Lions are big on him. He is a true 5-tool interior offensive line. What does that mean? He can literally play any position.
From tackle to tackle.
From tackle to tackle on the offensive line and play it at a high level. There were questions about him, why he's not going higher. There were questions about him in the competition level because he was at North Dakota State. When he showed up at the senior operations,
Senior Bowl, yeah.
Senior Bowl for the NFL, he answered all those questions.
Yeah.
And was putting people in different spots. So, again, that's where it is. And D-Mac, it doesn't surprise me because when you recreate that, is there more of a fit than Gray Zabel for the Lions organization based on Brad Holmes and based on what they do? The versatility, the high level. You take him, and Spenny, you know how we talked about they're not at a point where they're taking starters?
Yeah.
I think a Gray Zabel pick
He's a day one.
Is a day one potential to be a starter and is a hell of a good insurance policy in case somebody goes down, D-Mac. We've seen it.
100 million%. Right? To the factor of what do I think about? I always think about on defense, but isn't he like a Malcolm Rodriguez-ish, more valuable on the other side of the ball? But Spenny says, it's versatility that they need, and obviously, if you can play with the big boys, or at least they think you can, because maybe the question mark against you is your competition. But then, really all you really need is how you line up against the Senior Bowl guys and stuff like this, and then you get a great understanding. And the understanding is, like you said, we're not talking about the Aiden Hutchinsons and drafting the guys that you can't miss at the top of the draft. We're talking about guys, we're talking about how do you win with the ancillary players. What did we just get done talking about in the Pistons segment about, there's always that game where the dog's got to shine, where somebody's got to come out and do something good, right? So this guy fits all the check marks.
The other name that the Pistons are huge on, or the other name that the Lions are huge on, is Tyler Booker, which of course there are a lot of teams that are big on Tyler
the best
Booker.
Prospect at that position.
Again, rock solid interior offensive lineman.
Well,
Those are the two names.
Alabama, so he's Alabama. Like you're talking about two different. Competition levels or whatever but again, I'm sure a lot of teams, he's high up on the board of everybody too. So stuff like that. I think what was the name of the guy you said, the other guy?
Gray Zabel.
I think that that's who I would probably say if I had to pick a guy right now.
So Neil, that would indicate to me that they're not trading up.
Like how?
Well, I wouldn't dismiss that.
Okay.
Because again, I think this is going to be board dependent. Where does Booker go? I've seen Booker everywhere.
Yeah.
In mocks. I mean, I've seen him in the low teens. I've seen him in the 30s.
Yeah.
Like it's really a wild card. Now, again, the conversation I had this morning, the NFL GMs said that they expect really, really good players to fall in the draft because of, quote, some of the dumb teams picking early, unquote. So,
no lies detected.
No lies detected. There's been a lot of chatter, too, about teams that are towards the back end of the first round that are more than willing and laying the foundation discussions to slide up into the early 20s.
There's another thing on the Gray Zabel factor that a lot of people don't factor in or haven't heard, but Hank Fraley's son plays with Gray Zabel at North Dakota State.
Oh, shit.
Yes, and
Hank Fraley's son plays at North Dakota State.
IT Hips in the Super Chat. I'd bet money the Lions move up a few spots to get Zabel. Like you said, seems like a perfect fit. And don't forget he played with Hank Fraley's son at North Dakota State as well.
I didn't know that.
Broder's in the chat.
He played next to Hank. Like Hank Fraley's son plays center at North Dakota State.
Yeah, that's telling.
Yeah.
Broder's in the chat. The former North
out.
Dakota State University offensive coordinator is now on the Lions staff as a tight ends coach as well.
Shit.
So, again, when you start putting this together,
It makes
and the
sense.
GMs are pretty unilateral on this, that the Lions love Gray Zabel.
It tracks.
A lot of people love Gray Zabel. I've seen him go to the Seahawks a lot. That one makes a lot of sense to me, too.
It tracks.
I think Gray Zabel is the best interior offensive line prospect in this draft. I think he's by far the best pass-blocking interior offensive lineman in this draft. So
gotta keep
you're
going.
you're probably gonna have to move up if you want to get Gray Zabel.
And
maybe not by much though. Probably a few spots.
We'll see. Like I said, I see the Seahawks getting him a lot. I think they're at 18.
Yeah.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Hoof-Hearted. I've seen Zabel mock to the 49ers at 11 sometimes, which is kind of wild. But see, like, here's the deal. Guys, remember, this isn't gospel. It's board dependent.
And this draft is, after, like, the top 10 prospects, it's kind of a shit show. Like, there's a lot of guys, from, like, 15 to, like, 35. It's a very close group of talent.
Let me ask this question, right? Because you see that in all the mock drafts or whatever, the inconsistency or where some guys have, some guys down, like you said, Spenny, in the like late first, early second, or they're higher up. So nobody has it. The top first 10, right? Because teams got to know what they want. But what did your friend say, Neil? That one of those teams is going to F it up ahead of you. So you never
like
know what's
more or
available.
less, they're banking on teams.
And that usually happens. If the top ones don't, when's Cleveland? Whatever like that. But then usually
sense.
between 10 and 20, because that's one of the things about picking late, like where the Lions are. You get to see the whole field,
right?
How it shakes out. So
I think they'll have to trade up pretty significantly if they want.
No, I'm down with, I'm down, and these options I know Brad Holmes knows.
Yeah.
Right. So who was there a second?
Yeah, I mean the Tyler Booker discussion.
Right.
But was there a second position, or was it?
No, they were all steadfast that the Lions will take an offensive line.
Steadfast.
So, and again, like That's according to NFL GMs.
Right.
From a person that I trust a lot.
And I
know
who they're getting at 60.
Yeah.
Woodward Sports chat thread. I'm salty. No shot. We have a chance to get Zabel at 28. He's gone top 15.
I agree.
Then he's
Maybe
not.
top 15,
but then he's not the pick.
Yeah, I agree that he will not be there at 28, but I don't think he's top 15.
So do you think they would do offensive linemen regardless? Let's say Zabel and my man's is off the board, Booker.
No.
Okay, so then they would switch course. Maybe go edge.
Unless they have somebody,
right?
If Greg
highly
Zabel's
graded.
there, he's the best player available.
But see, guys, like we have to think about this too. I think one of them is going to make it to the Lions because look at all the teams that need tackles.
Yeah.
You have to have a tackle. Like
I think Booker will be there.
Yeah, like the Bengals. Don't they have to take a tackle?
They got to take an edge.
Yeah, they defense is trashed.
But you put all this money into that offense, man.
Yeah.
It's got to work. Like when you start reconstructing it, man, like are the Steelers going to take an interior offensive lineman?
No.
No, you just start
I wouldn't be surprised.
checking down the
They
list.
need a quarterback.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah, they need a quarterback, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though.
I got the gut
Giants are
feeling.
taking Jackson Dart at 3.
Please.
But if we get the running quarterbacks, that's predicted too. I mean, it very well could happen. Somebody could fall to you.
I could see Booker dropping. I could not see Greg Zabel dropping.
I'm salty. You want to give up all that capital to move up for him? I'm salty. When did I say that? If they got to jump 6 spots, they'll do it.
Yeah.
They're not going into the teens to get them because the price gets infinitely higher.
Yeah.
Brad's not afraid to give out third-round picks.
No. And here's the other thing with it, too. If they're both there at 22, then one's probably going to make it to you, right?
Yeah, you would think. Yeah.
So there's that as well. All right, let's take the break. We're talking NFL draft. We're talking Lions, all of it. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Get a Boo Them Kids shirt while you're at it. You want to trade draft picks? Get the F Them Picks shirt. That's all there for you. Shop.woodwardsports.com, the best in Detroit sports wearables.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy. Trust him for 4 Stanley Cups. Trust him. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com. Call 248-426-9944.
All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge. All of you. We're talking Lions. We're talking draft. And the viewership numbers, it looked like a lot of people were waiting for the draft discussion. But here we are. We're doing it right now.
Always king.
Yeah, it always is. VTSJC, the draft in Green Bay is looking pretty underwhelming. No one's going to Green Bay. Nobody.
So great about Green Bay.
Like we did it last year.
No.
Green Bay is a glorified subdivision.
That's what it's Warren.
Yeah.
It's like if you did the draft in Warren.
It's a subdivision with a stadium in it.
I think there's more people in Warren than there is in Green Bay.
Warren's, I think, the 3rd biggest city in Michigan.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
I think I would have to get the stats department on that one. I believe there are more people in Warren than in Green Bay.
It's all about Centerline anyways, dude. Fuck Warren.
You don't claim Warren and Warren don't claim you?
I don't claim fouts. But
come to see hell. You gonna see hell. Shout out.
What do you got, Chase?
105,744
in
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
What do we got of Warren, Michigan? Warren, Michigan's got like 200,000 people, doesn't it?
Michigan's got more than 100,000. I'll tell you that.
So again, if you took Cosno High School, got rid of it, and put Lambeau Field in it, that would be Green Bay.
Yeah.
Charlotte Center.
Population of Warren, 136,000.
Yeah.
136. So you're having the draft in Warren. They should have just did that.
Yeah.
Just have it in Warren.
Whew, Warren, Kentucky, that should have been nice.
Yeah. So that's what it is. DNC ENT, position of Lions, first pick. Defensive end minus 140. Offensive line plus 185. Wide receiver plus 900. Cornerback plus 1,000. Linebacker 25 to 1. Safety 60 to 1, etc.
Ooh, I like the sprinkle on that linebacker.
Yeah, that one looked nice.
I told people this yesterday.
Yeah.
If you want to bomb, this is just me talking. I have a reel about it that'll come out later. If you want to bomb, Lions to take a linebacker, Jihad Campbell, if he falls. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. When you start to put this all together, Gray Zabel, Booker, Jihad Campbell, somebody's going to be there or within a realistic shot to trade up to get them.
Yeah.
It is, man. All right, Kirby Joseph got the deal done yesterday, D-Mac. He's the highest paid safety in the history of football. And somebody talked about it earlier. You have to nail the draft picks to get depth because we're not going to have any money to afford it. But Easy tweeted it yesterday. Kirby Joseph and Ed Reed, the only players with 225-plus tackles and 15-plus interceptions in their last 13 seasons, which he got that somewhere from social media, right?
First 3 seasons.
Did I say that or no?
No, you said last 13.
Oh, first 3 seasons. Sorry. Yeah. So here's the deal, guys. Him and Ed Reed, end of sentence, first 3 years of production. He gets every dollar of that deal.
You damn right.
He's the highest paid safety in the game. Yeah, because if that upsets you, I can't help you.
It shouldn't.
He's a good football player. He's one of the best at his position. Those numbers tell you that. He's doing stuff that nobody else other than Ed Reed has done since the beginning of. Yes, he gets paid for that. I'm in the business of keeping good football players. They have one of the best safeties in the game. You sign him, you keep him. Next.
Neil, he is the best safety in the game, and it's by any metric you want. It is a passer rating allowed, interceptions, PFF grade, the EPA, defensive EPA, leads the league in interceptions. Kirby Joseph is the best safety in the NFL. He got paid like the best safety in the NFL. That's my dog. Go get your money, Zuper. I'm so happy for this man. He is a dog. He is everything that Detroit wants in a defensive player. Goes out there, talks shit, doesn't take it from anybody, and lays the thump on you. And I love the hate that circles him. All these fan bases, whether it be the Rams or the Vikings or whoever, say, Kirby Joseph's dirty. Yeah, well, Kirby Joseph's the best safety in the league, and he probably picked off your favorite quarterback. So you can take that one to the bank and cash it with Kirby's check.
And, Neil, how can people be mad? Per year, he's only making $500,000 more than Antoine Winfield Jr.
Wait. Who's upset at this?
Paper Chungus, waste of $86 million on Kirby's interception that didn't happen in the playoffs. I'd rather pay J-Mo.
What? Okay. Moving on.
Like, people think I make this stuff up.
I'm really starting to hate the fan base, dude.
Moving on.
I don't know. What's the percentage? Who's upset? Chat pull that.
Keep that shit moving.
Somebody chat pull that. Who's upset at this? Because you got to pay somebody, and isn't that not market for what he is? He's an all-pro.
He's the best safety in the league. You paid him as the best safety in the league. That's what you have to fucking do, dude. It's a business.
I don't get it. And I can't wait for the Brad only signs his own guys. Yeah, because they're all good.
All pros.
Brad only signs the best players in the NFL.
Yeah, and look, I'll come full circle on it. And Spenny, you kind of backed me up on this yesterday, where we had the discussion where we were jaded with the Myles Garrett stuff and the Trey Hendrickson stuff. There's not a world you can do that. There's no team that's doing that. And if you like our guys, which I do too, you're going to sign them. They're weird like that. So again, I can't help you. If that upsets you, he's done stuff in the league that only him and Ed Reed have done their first 3 seasons.
Exactly.
And
it's the market. It's the market. He got what the market dictated.
No doubt. We have a special guest in studio, D-Mac.
I know. I like it. Get ready for the party. Everybody's getting ready for the party, and when you get ready for the party.
Yeah. Guest from Jars in studio.
Jars is hosting the party for some of us. You want to?
Our good friend Ermanni has stopped by.
Shout out.
And dropped off some stuff. She comes bearing gifts from Jars, so they just wanted to D-Mac. They just wanted to stop by.
Come on over.
She just wanted to drop off a little package. Yeah.
Shout out Ermanni.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you are the, the marketing person
I'm
over at
considered social media specialist.
Social media specialist. So
she's got a package for you there, D-Mac. Couple packages.
Good.
So there you go.
So there we go. We got gifts downtown. We'll be bringing them down tonight.
Hey.
So like we said, not just talk about it, be about it.
Damn right.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you, Imani.
Yeah. Awesome.
There it is. Thank you. Shout out Jars, by the way.
Shout out Jars.
Hey, by the way. Absolutely.
Teamwork making a
Imani,
dream work.
that the deli commercial you guys did, it's high level.
That's elite.
Couple more coming out.
Right.
So the deli is now open, everybody.
Same circus, different clowns.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
my favorite
So
line.
shout out to
Deli's
Jars.
open.
Yeah. Shout out to Jars. All right.
Deli's open.
Let D-Mac needs to take a break right now. So let's do that.
Hey, see you guys tonight.
Yeah. Tell them about the socials.
I will tell them about socials because if you are following Woodward Sports on social media platforms, you know you're getting the best content out there. If you're not, you're just sleeping. So make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, all of the platforms at Woodward Sports. Give us a follow everywhere. You know we're pumping out the best content in the state.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Yo, Jars. They were just here. I got a bag of treats and the deli stuff. Look at deli. It's real, it's true. And on May the 3rd, right, celebrate. It's anniversary day. So all Jars throughout the state celebrate the anniversary of Jars. Jars will host a deli day on May 3rd, offering a stacked lineup of in-store promotions. Customers can receive a free eighth of flour. Take advantage of BOGO deals on deli-style flour. And the first 100 customers will score this, Spenny.
What's that?
Free half ounce, bro.
Woo, free half ounce.
Free half ounce.
I'm hitting
wow.
that. I'm hitting that shit up.
Like, lucky there's like 30 of them now. The date marks a significant milestone for Jars as it's the anniversary of the retailer opening its very first store in Detroit. So, fitting tribute to its roots and continued evolution. For more information on Deli Day and participating locations, visit www.shopjars.com or follow @jars_life on Instagram for updates.
So you're telling me I could get a free half ounce, buy a half ounce, and then get a BOGO half ounce too?
You
Walk
damn
out
right.
with an ounce and a
Half
half?
ounce with
It's
4
your world,
ounces and a
Spin.
half,
Hey.
bro. Come on,
Hey.
man.
The math is math in there.
Some gabagool with me. Walk out the deli feeling
Thank
good.
God.
Yeah.
Thank God. You totally went like elite math skills right there.
All of a sudden, Spenny understands fractions. Good.
All of a sudden,
dude, how many times do you hear me just say when we're talking about numbers and I just say, think weed, Spenny, and he's like, oh, got it. It's not Michigan State education.
4-point Cal State.
Michigan State education, bro. I'm giving you props.
All right, Woodward Sports chat thread, Hoof-Hearted. In all sports, it's super duper rare when a real difference maker changes teams. No, that is true. Octopus, he's got Ed Reed numbers. Ed friggin' Reed. And you think he's overpaid? Get out of here. No, and 100%. JB Smooth's got a line update.
Yeah.
Line movement on Ashton Genty in Vegas went from plus 300 to minus 105 to be the pick by the Bears. Good.
The Bears?
Good. Let Aiden get his hands on Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
See what's what. You ain't play. With all due respect,
I don't want Genty to go to the Bears.
I don't either, to be real. But
I don't care who they take.
Swift is a second back.
I don't care who they take.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
Times 3, maybe 4. Okay.
COVID. 3 is not.
RJ Graham. I want to address this. RJ Graham. Do we have money left over after paying all our guys on the Lions?
Stop that too?
RJ Graham. Yes, we do. You know who else pays all their guys? The Eagles pay all their guys. They just reset the market. They got the highest paid center in football. They got Saquon Barkley, the highest paid running back in football. This is what they do too. You know what? Exactly. The bottom line is this. You know why the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year? They were healthy. They were healthy. They didn't have 20-plus guys on IR. So the crowd of he only re-signs his own guys, yeah, he does. So guess what? We re-rack it and we ride again this year. That's the way it works this year. And who says no to Kirby? I don't know. I can't help you.
Just calm down, Neil.
No, Hutch is next. That's the way it's going to go. Yeah. Everybody be prepared for it.
Can we just calm down and enjoy the fact that a man that earned his money got his money?
We can't.
We'll cross the bridge when we come to it with the rest of these players. And I'm sick of that. Do we have money for this?
Oh,
we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You're going to be hearing this for years now. This is going to happen every single year. It's going to be a different person. It'll be J-Mo. It'll be Branch next year. It'll be Gibbs then the year after that.
Correct.
Every single year we're going to hear this with somebody. It's going to happen. Is he going to get traded? Did they overpay for him? No. These are top 5 players at their fucking position. They're going to make that much money.
Yeah. So, again, the Eagles do it all the time. There's no evidence to suggest that the Lions won't do it.
Didn't we just say that the salary cap will go up about that much
every
year?
There's caveats, but
yeah. Hurricane, calm down, Chenille. No, dude, I'm not calming because I'm tired of answering the same dumbass questions all the time. It's very clear. And look, I put my hand up and took responsibility for the trade talks of the edge and trying to figure out a way to make it work. No, it can't work. You can't have two $40 million edges on your team. It's not going to go down that way. And watch. They are going to take an edge in the second or third round because there's a glut of edges, and I would bet anything that they have one that they're going to be able to get in the second round that they have a first-round grade on.
I know they do.
I would bet anything on that.
Yeah.
And this is how it works, everybody. And then if that edge is good, in 4 years, guess the discussion we get to have?
Are we going to sign him? Are we going to pay him?
And it'll just keep recycling and recycling.
Yeah.
So no, guys, and you know what? This is my official statement on all the free agency stuff and the trade stuff and all of it. You re-sign your guys when you know that they're good. Do we know that Kirby Joseph is good?
Yes.
Do we know that Brian Branch is good?
Yes.
Is Amon-Ra St. Brown good?
Yes.
Is Penei Sewell good?
Yes.
Has Jared Goff been good?
Yes.
Say what you want. He's been good. So again, and we'll keep doing it. Is Jahmyr Gibbs good?
Yes.
Guess what? He's going to get the bag too.
Laporta.
Is Sam Laporta good?
Yes.
He's going to get a bag too. That's the way it's going to work, guys. And you're going to continue to run. You're going to run your guys. You're going to continue to sprinkle in stuff from the draft, and that's how it's going to go down. So if you can't understand that,
right,
I can't help you.
And you shouldn't be mad about free agency. You keeping our own guys. You need money for that.
Thanks.
So, again, that's where I am, man. Art Vandalay, Neil, rub our bellies and tell us everything will be okay like Mama used to. I don't know. Maybe that's it.
And that's what it is. The Lions are good. This is what good teams do. Point blank, period. We ain't even got to, keep rehashing the same shit.
It's just I'm tired of hearing that, man. I am. He only re-signs his own guys.
Right.
Did you hear those numbers that Kirby Joseph put up. Him,
He got
Ed
better
Reed.
each and every year.
Period. End of story.
Big reason why you won 15 games.
Do you
reason.
Do you know who Saquon Barkley thinks is the best running back in football right now?
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs. He said it
himself.
Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back in football. I was called a madman.
There it is.
Yeah.
One funky Lions fans. I'm not a Goff guy, but I get it with him too.
Yeah.
And where is he in terms of quarterbacks being paid right now, this moment?
Like 11th at this point.
And guess who's going to get more in a minute? A guy that if we signed him to that deal out there in San Francisco.
Yes, sir.
Because he's going to OTAs and everything. And if he's going to OTAs, that means a deal's going to get done, right?
Of course,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And he's going to get more than Goff.
It's the same thing with
You know,
Kurtz.
you know who was at Lions OTAs? Or the voluntary workouts, not even OTAs? Jameson Williams.
I thought he was a bad character guy.
I thought they were sick.
I thought
of
he's
shit.
getting traded.
That's what they said.
Who's that?
Jameson
J-Mo.
Williams. Thought he wasn't locked in with the team. Thinks he's a
I thought you were trading up to pick one to go get Abdul Carter.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. I was told. I was lied to.
So again, man, that's what it is.
It's
Because
somebody-
watch, when Brock Purdy signs his deal, and he said it, he said, I'm not interested in being the highest paid guy in the league.
Cool.
But doesn't that tell you what the number's going to be?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that was a discussion point.
No, it's real. Just like somebody in the chat said, in 2 years, Kirby won't be the highest paid safety. So I don't know why people were even tripping. He got market value. He did.
Steve Lehman, not to mention contract restructures are going to happen. Steve, they're already written in. Goff's restructures already written into the contract.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to say.
You got to pay the best safety in the league.
Wait until Kyle Hamilton gets $24 million a year, and then Kirby's 3.5 under him.
And think about it this way. Look at all the money the Ravens paid Kyle Hamilton. Because he was what, number 6, 5, 4?
Yeah, he was the top 10.
They've already paid him.
They've already paid him a ton. Kirby Joseph got $860,000 guaranteed on his rookie deal.
Kirby Joseph was a project pick. You guys
He
remember
was.
that?
He
Yes.
was, yeah.
He was 1 year into playing safety when the Lions drafted. And unfortunately, obviously Tracy Walker goes down. He steps in and he does it swimmingly. I remember the Kirby disrespect. I was there for it.
You was.
I was there for it. I remember you guys. I know who you are.
Talk to him, Span.
I know who you are.
All right, D-Mac.
Fucking love Kirby Joseph.
Oh, yeah, he pulled up
I might have
that
to
summer.
I might have to get a Kirby jersey.
Yeah.
I remember Spenny was.
We were doing the show.
all
We were doing the
Spen-
show
like,
at Feldman.
I remember all of Spenny's guys.
There
because
will
when
be-
Spenny gets excited, I pay attention because they usually turn out to be really
There will
good.
be no big curb slander.
Have you missed on a guy? Like, who would you say? Kirby's your guy.
Kirby's my guy. Malcolm was my guy. I'm really high on Terrion.
Me too.
I think he's gonna
called
turn
that
into
one.
something.
I think was Sir Thompson your guy, or was
I like the Sar. I didn't
or
like.
was Holland?
love
Maybe
him,
it was
love-
Ronald.
I'm big
Holland.
on Holland. Yeah,
Holland,
I'm really big
that's
on
what
Holland.
it was. When they
Crash
got
out
him,
Ryan.
said he was a
Yeah,
dog.
I missed on guys. Nobody's perfect. I missed on some guys, but yeah, I'm excited. I was in on Christian Gonzalez. Loved Christian Gonzalez. He's dog. Surprise. But there's obviously. I
Yeah, but
missed
that
on
was
guys.
when you were younger and
Yeah.
a little bit more immature, maybe with your
Not
takes
as cultured.
with your
Way behind the ears.
lifestyle.
I'll see the guys that I've planted flags in the Detroit teams, like they were already on. Like everybody misses on draft guys, but
Yeah.
the guys I've planted flags on Detroit teams, I can't think of one that I missed on so far.
And you know what? Going back to the
Ron
Terrion
Holland,
thing,
Max Clark, my two newest flags.
I would really like Wyatt Langford in this lineup right now. I'm
Fuck
just saying.
that.
I hear you, but Max gonna be that guy.
Higher OPS than Torkelson
Chill on Torque.
in his second year in the league.
Chill on Torque.
No, it's not.
I
It's,
know.
it's just
I
I'm
know.
reading it off a screen.
I get that,
There was not
but we appreciate what Torque's doing right now.
100%.
He would be an all-star.
I'm, that,
if
and
they
I'm giving it
selected
to you
today.
for context.
No, I know.
That's how good Langford's been
But
this year. But anyway, we're not
Langford
on
cool.
that today.
Langford, all right.
Clark W. in the super chat. I'm behind on the broadcast because I'm working, but I'm listening to the Pistons talk from earlier, and I got to tell you, y'all got me bricked up. Pause with goosebumps right now.
That's the point.
Go Pistons.
We got you.
I know. I hear the term bricked up around town. It's weird. Schulte Pork Chops over under on a Hutch extension today. It happened last year. I'm putting $20 on an extension. Will be announced later today. This does seem to be Brad's day.
Oh yeah. He liked to show out when the draft about to come up.
Well, sort of the lights are on.
They're back
right?
with
It's
the
sort
team.
of showtime. Everybody's paying attention to the NFL. So, like, he wants it known.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any deals, just sort of, oh, that just happened. Some, team, Brad is because he wants
You
to
think
let
they drop a
everybody
bag
know.
on Hutch, too?
Oh, yes.
Like in the next week or so?
Yes. Probably after the draft. Shit.
What's that?
Day 3. Hutch extension. Day 3 of the draft.
I mean, that one's already banked. You know?
Yeah.
Steve DeYoung, and this is very good. Holmes keeps signing his own guys, huh? Must be he drafts players that are worth a second contract with the team. And Steve, I know you're one of the OG listeners when I got here. The second contract stats that I gave over the last 2 decades were incredible.
Yeah.
I prayed on this moment.
When you said that just, boom, clicked into me. Dude, that's
why they're
programming. No.
Yeah.
But that's just programming for us that's bad because you know what? No one around here used to get a second contract because that's just waste money. No, that's what good teams do.
Exactly.
They sign the
What I
players
tell
that
you
they
yesterday.
drafted to be the players that they are. Especially when you're building, like you'll get to a point, but now's not the point when you're going to have to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's ways around it. We've watched it. Other teams do it. So don't worry about it. Get the talent first. Then why are you worrying about the problem when it's not even the problem yet?
And complaining about the way Brad Holmes does things when he has provided you
is
with
terrorism.
The best Lions
It's
football
terrorism?
in the history of the franchise is terrorism.
Yeah.
We've known nothing but poverty.
This is Michigan State offensive coordinator level terrorism.
We don't want to sign our own guys is poverty Lions fan thinking.
Yeah.
Because that's your bullshit GM making bullshit picks that aren't worth re-signing. Brad Holmes is the greatest GM in the history of the Detroit Lions, and he is bringing in guys that are worth that is what winning teams do. That is what winning franchises do, and Lions fans are so adverse to it and so scared of it because they've never seen it before, and change is hard to realize.
Yeah.
But this is why they are the best Detroit Lions ever assembled. Because this is what happens.
Yeah. Told y'all yesterday we spoiled. Don't even realize it.
Nitty Gritty in the super chat. Getting ready to turn up and show out for our Pistons tonight. I'm on my 300-mile journey to party at Buddy's with the crew tonight. Pistons 119.99 LFG. That's Nitty Gritty. Nitty Gritty, pull up.
Nitty.
Your first drink's on me, big bro.
Yeah, man. He was at the opening day, too. Shout out Nitty Gritty, man.
Shout out Nitty Gritty.
We got a chance to meet him.
I got a bag of treats. You got too, Nitty Gritty. Don't you worry. You just get down there, get a picture with
shout out Nitty.
All right.
Picture with the boys.
I can't believe that this show is almost over. That is wild. All right, let's take the break. When we come back, one final Lions draft question for everybody. Steve DeYoung, real quick. I remember that segment. It was a trip down PTSD lane, and it was terrible. At the end of it, I felt the need to curl up into a ball and rock in a corner. Thank God the Lions have Holmes now. No question. No question. Planet Fitness, everyone. I'll never not be a member at Planet. I don't know what else to say, like, other than, I could tell you the Black Card's $24.99 a month, and some of your friends are out there paying $100 a month for a gym membership. I could tell you that, but that's not my recommendation. My recommendation is based on it's a part of my life, my everyday life. They're everywhere that I am, and it fits seamlessly. I've accomplished every fitness goal in my life, and Planet Fitness has been at the forefront for all of that. But it starts with you. You got to walk in the door. Once you walk in the door, the gym part's covered for the rest of your life. But you got to walk in the door. $24.99 a month. Go to planetfitness.com right now, or just pull in the parking lot on the way home. Take that first step, everybody. Planet Fitness. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
All right, Detroit, tonight's the night, one of the biggest nights in the city in a long time that hasn't involved a Lions game. But the Lions are going to be on the TV because you got the NFL draft and the Detroit Pistons game 3 against the Knicks downtown at LCA. We're going to be watching them both live from Buddy's on Broadway Street, downtown Detroit, right by Comerica Park, a couple blocks from LCA. Come down, hang out with us. It's a double watch party happening at the same time in the same place. Tell us who's done that before, baby. Nobody but Woodward Sports. Come check it out at Buddy's downtown tonight.
All right. Coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty's got a bag of goodies from Jars. We got KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there, get your thoughts out there. Spenny asked a great question. I don't want to end it on a negative note, but with that being said, it's a great question. Let's discuss it. Is there anything Brad Holmes could do to piss you off? What's that, KG?
Wide receiver. But it would piss me off. I get over it, but wide receiver.
I think I'm pretty much in lockstep with you. I have learned to check that initial conditioned response.
Yeah.
That's a conditioned response.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pissed off, but
I wouldn't have a Jack Campbell meltdown to it.
That would raise. It's because it would raise so many questions about JMO.
Right.
That's what it would.
Man, that JMO storm would get big.
What the writing on? Then it wouldn't it to you? Isn't it about the questions that would arise more to the need or anything like that, or is there a wide receiver that could drop? To you that you'd pick up that would make sense, right? So, because that's what we're talking about. What
Correct.
Didn't make sense at the time makes sense later. I just think if they drafted a receiver there, like you're telling me that something's wrong or something's not as kosher as I would expect it to be in your wide receiver room.
And again, like I know what the chat would be. It would be like, well, Matthew, because it'd be Matthew Golden.
Yeah.
That's the one that checks out.
Yeah.
Like
has the same skill set.
They brought him in on a visit.
Right.
It's all there. I think piss you off is aggressive. It would make me scratch my head.
Yeah.
And say, wow, like I'll ride with you.
And that's
because when you drafted Jahmyr Gibbs and the world came down on you, who was right?
Yeah.
Who was right?
He was right.
He was right.
I wasn't tripping as much as other people, but
you were tripping. Don't.
No, because
I'm gonna be like Debo right now.
No,
don't lie.
I'm not. I seen them play, so that's why I was like, oh, okay, I see what they're.
Are we going in, or I'm gonna knock your ass out?
But it's the same thing with the JMO shit. They value speed. I saw what they were doing, though.
Correct. Woodward Sports chat thread. Tyler M is the Pistons money line a get right. Tyler, it is not, because tonight's not business. Tonight's personal, and I don't mix personal with business, so that's why it's not.
I did.
Spenny did.
Malik Beasley legacy game, 20-plus points, 5+ made threes.
Speaking of that, Swag King 13, unit on Beasley 5+ threes.
Yup.
Unit on Pistons money line.
Yup.
Half unit on Milrow going in the first round.
I like that.
Half unit on Lions taking a linebacker. Let's cash in tonight, boys.
I like that.
Swag King watches the show.
I like that.
He trying to get rich. I like that. He trying to come up.
Swag King, hey, quarter unit parlay it all.
Fuck it.
Hey, I like that.
Can you imagine what that payout would be?
Live life.
I did give it out to the people though, D-Mac. If you're betting the draft, go to Caesar Sportsbook. Take them to take a linebacker. If you're
sprinkle it.
Yeah, I'm not saying
it's
bet
plus 2,500.
Yeah,
drop the mortgage.
Don't bet the family's grocery money on it. You know what I'm saying? But Jihad Campbell, I got a feeling.
We had a mock draft this morning that had him at 28 too.
Now, my writing friends are saying, my Pro Football Writers Association friend told me,
I don't think so. No way.
It's locked in that it's a high probability that the Lions will be going interior offensive line. They like Gray Zabel, quote, a lot. Because of the versatility, the man can play all 5 positions.
And they know him.
And they know him. They're intimately familiar with him. I think that's going to be the move, Spenny. And the more I think about it here, it's wild how things swing, D-Mac. Last night I was making my short for Woodward's YouTube. Jihad Campbell, bet on it. Because it's 25-1. Don't bet your life on it, but bet on it. And he checks I would say this. Jihad Campbell is the Gray Zabel of the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
You know, Swiss Army knife, can do a whole bunch of different things.
A little bit better.
I would say this, D-Mac. Jihad Campbell or Gray Zabel. I would
either or.
Man,
I would be excited.
Wedding, then that would be exciting. Those are the
Yes.
two names.
Is there anything Brad could do to disappoint you?
No. Really, it doesn't.
Yeah.
He's
so if he
earned
takes
that.
a punter, no, I'm talking shit.
he's earned that. So
Can you question him? Like, I'll ask the chat for real, because he seems to have some detractors. Hey, I'll ask it to he only signs his own guys camp. Is there anything in the chat that he could do to upset you?
And I hate we nobody blindly follows Brad Holmes, but he's built enough equity. But to your point, he's built enough equity in this town to be able to do that. It's okay to have questions, but as far as like just saying he doesn't know what he's doing, you out of touch, you out of base.
Big Dan Davis. Given the Lions took Arnold and Rakestraw with the first 2 picks in last year's draft, if Brad takes another first-round cornerback, I will scratch my head and be a little pissed. See, that's what I'm looking for.
The Will
honest
Johnson
assessment.
Shit, I'm not really with that, but I wouldn't be as mad about that as I would wide receiver. But
Jalen Milrow over 38.5 draft position is -158 or -154.
Really?
I like that.
Wait a
man,
minute.
I see you. Hell yeah.
Or under. I'm sorry. The under 38.5 is +108. I like that.
Okay, getting a little plus money.
I like
some
that.
juice to your side. KG, you said something there that kind of made me double take a little bit.
What?
The Will Johnson stuff. What are you talking about?
You know, Peter Schrager did his mock
Yeah.
draft. He had the Lions taking Will Johnson.
He did.
That wouldn't hype you up?
No.
Why not? Michigan man.
Come on with that, Neil. Come on. You take that to Flannel Sam. Flannel was all on board. He said he'd next Sauce Gardner, all that.
I would be.
He did not.
He did.
I would be really happy if the Lions drafted Will Johnson.
No, but I'm not saying it's like the worst move in the world. I just don't think it's smart, especially when you doubled up on corner last year. You have a first-round pick that you're still developing. What does that say about TA? That means you just fuck TA. I don't think it'd be smart. That's all.
Move TA to slot.
I don't think it'd be smart, but I don't think he can play the slot. But
he played the slot at Bama.
But you got Meek though.
That star spot.
You got Meek that's better in that role. So
Meek
it's just
coming
like
off a broken arm and then gone next year.
I don't know, man.
Neil Ebner, Jihad Campbell, baby. New York Nick Lucido. See you tonight, boys.
If Will Johnson is there at 28, he will be the pick because he would be by far would he be the best player available, and that's what Brad Holmes does. If
Coastal level of the best tight end available. They not doing that.
They would. He's not going to be there, but they would. I'm telling you,
he don't do BPA just for the fuck of it. He do it like
it's not
strategically.
just for the fuck of it though. Like if Will Johnson falls to 28, he's taking him.
You got TA and Rake still.
Yeah.
Like you got a full court. That's the most loaded position room on your team.
Let's take the last break and come back. We got a couple of good chat things that'll ride out the show. Chris S. Will Johnson is Jair Alexander.
And I love Will Johnson. I just don't think that's the pick for the Lions. That's all.
Lady Jane's is a pick for your haircut. You're coming out downtown tonight, D-Mac? Get right at Lady Jane's.
Absolutely. Got Beth to tighten me up nice and tight.
Shout out,
As
Beth.
you can see, my lines are straight. Everything's nice and tight. You can go in and get one of their lovely stylists to help you, whatever you need. Hot lather neck shave, Spenny's favorite, scalp massage, whatever's needed, you can get it at a Lady Jane's near you. Remember, they're open 7 days a week, so walk in to Lady Jane's near you today. Why? Because it's wicked awesome.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule here for Caesar Sportsbook. All this draft talk giving you the itch? You want to get in on the action? Caesar Sportsbook, man. Scan the QR code above my head. Download the app and make your first deposit with the promo code Woodward1000. Then you make your first bet, your very first bet. If it loses, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet all the way up to $1,000. Yes, Caesar Sportsbook, one of the OGs in the sports betting game. The app is clean. It doesn't glitch out. You can live bet the Pistons once you got it rolling. You're down there with us at Buddy's Pizza tonight downtown. Get the phone out. We're live betting. We're having a good time. A lot of fun. So, again, spin it off, man. Caesar Sportsbook. They got all the markets for you, all the draft lines, all of it. Promo code Woodward1000. Get that first bet back as a free bonus bet. All right, final segment of the show, which is unbelievable. Remember, everyone, we're live downtown. Buddy's Pizza, Broadway. New York Nick Lucido will be there with a Mellow jersey and a Danny Dimes jersey.
Right.
Nitty Gritty's rolling out. You guys should roll out too.
2 shows.
We're doing something that's never been done by any sports entity before. We're doing 2 shows, one for the draft and one for the Stone. So we're doing it, all right?
9.5. It's good.
I tell the committee.
You on the run right now. I feel like you on the generational run.
No, we're going to be doing it at the same damn time, all right? Pistons pregame 6 o'clock, myself and Anson. That'll take you into the Pistons watch party.
Me and Anson.
You and Anson on
And
the
somebody
watch
else.
party.
And me and
People
Easy.
be rotating in.
Yep.
Spenny and Easy will be in there. 7:45, the draft watch party going on at the same damn time, Myself, Sean Belize, and Scott Bischoff will kick that off. The first 10 picks 1 through 10. We'll set the table. We'll be rotating your favorite Woodward sports personalities through there. D-Mac will be floating around. You know, D-Mac just pops in, pops out.
Yep.
Bobs and weaves. He's got his jars bag right there. He's ready to go. Woodward Sports chat thread. John effing Lord. Well, Flannel was tipsy when he said that. Will Johnson's an ex-Sauce Gardner. Steve DeYoung. Flannel made me quit watching Wake Up Woodward.
Him too?
That comes from D-Mac.
Right.
as
Come
a
on
matter
back,
of
Steve,
fact.
man. It
I'm
ain't that
sure
bad.
we're not the only ones, bro.
Neil says in the chat, if they take a cornerback, it's Maxwell Hairston.
Okay.
They met with him.
All right.
Peter Schrager had the Eagles taking Maxwell Harrison.
Okay.
Another team that drafted 2 corners last year.
Hoof-hearted, which draft coverage will you watch, Neil? ESPN, NFL, or some other?
Oh, ESPN.
It's ESPN, right, that
Who
we watch?
watches NFL like channel draft coverage?
Is that
you know
NFL
what?
channel even a thing anymore?
Yes, damn near not.
Didn't they get
ESPN bought them out.
I know they added all their talent.
Let me give me 20 seconds here to pull this up, because this was something that I read this morning, as a matter of fact. It was going to be for a good nickel package, but I think it's relevant. This will be ESPN's 46th consecutive year of televising the draft. And no one's brought this up in the media, D-Mac. However, 47th year of ESPN televising the draft is not yet fully guaranteed. The NFL has not signed the media rights deal for the 2026 edition of the draft and beyond. ESPN's confident it won't be the last time that they're covering the draft. That is close to an extension to retain the rights after this week's draft. That's in line with multiple other reports on the topic that emerge this week. NFL Network will also retain its draft rights, sources say. The NFL, though, is in talks with Disney about an equity deal that would see ESPN take over operations of the league media assets like the NFL Network. YouTube is in a position to pick up international streaming rights. Netflix declined to bid on the draft rights.
Oh, wow.
So
Netflix too good for the
it's
draft.
always money-making season for the NFL.
Kenny, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Netflix is just a little bit more focused on the
Yep,
big dog in the
WWE.
WWE, baby.
Yep.
Hold on, Neil. Just
Good
because
to see somebody knows. I'm behind your trips.
just because I ain't, hit you with it earlier.
Nah, no doubt. Any final thoughts, everybody, before we embark on this journey?
I can't wait to eat some pizza.
I
Can't wait to eat some pizza.
I want to guarantee a Pistons victory tonight.
I'm not stopping you. For me, it's personal, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's not business.
Mm-hmm. Spike Lee, sit your ass down. None of that shit flying tonight.
Is he going to roll out?
I'm pretty sure he will. It's a big game for the Knicks.
Yeah, he'll be.
We're gonna put him in the second row though, behind Trick,
No,
right?
he'll be in the first because it's Spike. You will love sit in the first, but don't get up. Don't be trying to touch the ref and shit.
All right, I put a unit on over 2.5 quarterbacks drafted in the first round, and I put a unit on
What's that price on the quarterbacks?
minus 152.
Okay.
And then I put a unit on Jackson Dart under 25.5 as his draft position, minus 164.
Okay.
You say you took 2.5 quarterbacks in the first round?
2.5 quarter.
Okay, so
over
3.
2.5.
Yep, 3. Got it.
Okay. All right. Real quick too. Conversation I had with my Pro Football Writing Association buddy is there is a lot of talk about Tyler Show. Tyler Show is going to go. Tyler Show is going to be the one that gets your bet home with Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
So
well, I just think it's going to be Ward, Shador, and Dart. There's 3 right there. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, there could be 4.
Could be 4. Could be 5. When you
Yeah.
look at Milrow, he's
And we're not talking about it. And in the end, it's going to be D-Mac. The quarterback is the church of the draft.
It is.
Jackson Dart's plus 15,000 to go number 1 overall. Just saying.
Oh, hell no. You wildin' that spear.
Yep.
He's plus 3,100 to go third to the Giants.
Ryan's reaction. Neil, any thoughts on Shannon Sharp's situation?
No.
What? He's going to get a bag, right?
Yeah. No, he got a...
he's just freaky, dude.
He got an SA case.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, $30+ million lawsuit.
Okay. Well, he's about to sign a $100 million podcast deal.
They still got him on TV, so it must not be...
It
must not be like that.
It's just him being freaky as hell.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. I was unaware of that.
Trust me, if it was bad, they would have took his ass off the TV. He's still on there. So.
All right. We ride. We'll see you downtown.
It's going to be
Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter. See ya, Buddy's Pizza on Broadway.
6 o'clock.